इट वाज अ प्रोफाउंड स्टेटमेंट फॉर मी. मतलब ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? ही सेड जो सीए होता है ना, उसकी साइन की बड़ी वैल्यू होती है.
ये इंटरनल पॉलिटिक्स आपने अपनी जर्नी के 22 साल में कितना देखा है कि ये होता है एक्चुअल में, या कुछ नहीं मैटर करता, आप अपना काम करो, दैट्स इट.
I wouldn't call them investors. I would call them as my partners.
ये आपको किस डायरेक्शन में जाना चाहिए? स्टार्टअप इज अ मोर बेटर ऑप्शन, और यू नो दिस वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड कंपनीज आर मोर बेटर ऑप्शन?
The more you speak to yourself, the better clarity you'll get.
बेटर क्लैरिटी. स्टार्टअप में कहीं ना कहीं आपको ईसॉप्स मिलते हैं. अगर आप अच्छी पोजीशन पे हो और अच्छा टाइम रुक रहे हो, रिटेन हो रहे हो, तो आपको ईसॉप्स मिलते हैं. और अगर वो स्टार्टअप बहुत बड़ा हो गया तो मनी तो बना लेते हो. सो इज इट ट्रू कि ऐसा होता है कि नहीं होता? पहले व्हाट इज योर व्यू ऑन दैट?
Very well could happen, may not happen. There could be a timing difference, or there could be a situation wherein this does not culminate. But at the end of the day, no matter how big valuation you feel, but every day going there, working for those 8-9 hours, not being happy, just being there because of ESOP, that doesn't make sense.
आज हम मिलेंगे एक ऐसे एक्सपीरियंस पर्सन से जिनके पास 22 से 23 साल का फाइनेंस डोमेन में ही एक्सपीरियंस है, और उन्होंने एक वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड कंपनी में भी काम करा है और स्टार्टअप में भी काम करा है, और इनफैक्ट अभी वो सीएफओ पोजीशन पे एक बहुत बड़े स्टार्टअप में काम कर रहे हैं. तो उनका नाम है शिविंदर शर्मा. सो लेट्स मीट शिविंदर शर्मा डायरेक्टली.
हेलो शिविंदर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग टू आवर पॉडकास्ट. मतलब आपने टाइम निकाला. यू आर कमिंग स्पेशली फॉर अस फॉर दिस पॉडकास्ट फ्रॉम दिल्ली. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग टू आवर पॉडकास्ट.
Very my pleasure, यार.
थैंक यू सो मच शिविंदर. सो शिविंदर, आपने सीए करा 2002 में. सो आपकी जर्नी, मतलब आई हैव गॉन थ्रू योर प्रोफाइल. मतलब आपको 22 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, एंड दैट टू आफ्टर बिकमिंग सीए. एंड उसमें भी आप नाउ यू आर एट ए वेरी गुड पोजीशन. आप यू आर लीडिंग ए वेल नोन कंपनी एज ए सीएफओ. तो सबसे पहले आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि पहली बात है, आपने सीए ही क्यों करा? मतलब आई मीन टू से 2002 वाले टाइम पे देयर आर ऑफ कोर्स देयर मस्ट बी सम अदर. क्या आप इंक्लाइन थे फाइनेंस की तरफ इसलिए सीए करा, या इज वाज देयर एनी कुछ बताओगे उस बारे में?
ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है. आई हैव नॉट रियली शेयर्ड दिस विद मेनी पीपल, बट वे बैक 22 साल हो गए. वे बैक व्हेन आई वाज इन क्लास 10th, सो आई हैपन टू वन डे डिस्कस विद माय अंकल कि क्या करना चाहिए +1 +2 में. सो हिज आंसर वाज वेरी डायरेक्ट कि तू कॉमर्स करो फिर सीए बन जा. सो लाइक कि सीए क्यों? सो ही सेड कि एक यही ऐसी प्रोफेशन है, जब तक तेरे हाथ चलेंगे ना, यू विल बी एबल टू अर्न. तो इट वाज अ प्रोफाउंड स्टेटमेंट फॉर मी. मतलब ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? ही सेड जो सीए होता है ना, उसकी साइन की बड़ी वैल्यू होती है.
करेक्ट.
सो फॉर मी, मतलब आई स्पेंड दैट नाइट थिंकिंग, and the ball was set. Here over a period of time I started getting more convinced, talking to him, and that set the ball rolling. उसके तरफ चले गए. Back then in 2002, say 3 years before that, for a youth or for a budding teenager, financial independence and the prospect of unlimited money, your career was set. तो ये थी मेरी कहानी कि मैं why did I choose a path of becoming a CA.
तो कहीं ना कहीं एक मेंटर ने आपको गाइड करा. दो आज के टाइम पे अगर हम बात करें, देयर आर मोर ऑप्शंस फॉर आवर आज की जनरेशन के लिए,
Most definitely.
कि कहीं ना कहीं दे हैव मोर गाइडेंस, दे हैव मोर टेक्निकल ऑल्सो. कहीं ना कहीं एक्चुअली ये स्टोरी सेम है. मेरे को भी किसी मेंटर ने, किसी रिलेटिव ने गाइड करा कि सीए करनी है. उस हिसाब से आई ऑल्सो मूव टू सीए ओनली, दैट वे ओनली. सो आपने मतलब सीए करी, उसके बाद आई हैव सीन कि भाई आपने अलग अलग प्रोफाइल में काम करा. आप मतलब यू हैव एन एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ स्टार्टअप ऑल्सो. एक नाइकी जैसी वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड कंपनी में भी आपने काम करा है, एंड नाउ यू आर ऑल्सो रनिंग ए स्टार्टअप काइंड ऑफ, कि आप पूरा लीड कर रहे हो स्टार्टअप को. सो क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा है आपका वर्किंग इन डिफरेंट सेगमेंट्स? मतलब स्टार्टअप भी देख लिया, एस्टेब्लिश भी देख लिया. व्हाट इज योर व्यू फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू?
See, let's start from the very beginning. I was very fortunate that in my very early career, in fact, my first job was in Airtel. Airtel at that point of time was launching its operation in Punjab. So in a way, वो एक startup है. Every telecom, when it starts up its operation in a new circle, is I would say one of the privileges that you can do is work in a telecom sector, because telecom sector is very consumer oriented, regulatory, very sharp in terms of their price points. And we are talking 2002 when almost everything was either price oriented, and there were a lot of restrictions. There was a limited calling, there was a long distance calling, there was a national calling, international calling. So at that point of time, to be able to work in that environment, and you are a white piece of paper, na? But when you start your career, you have no hang-ups. So the first few years of your stint in telecom, you absolutely realize that two things you realize. One, you by yourself are a very small cog in that wheel. Cross collaboration, working with different departments, sharing of data. These are few nuances which telecom teaches you very well.
तो मतलब आपस में डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट से हाउ यू कोऑर्डिनेट.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, one is I was very fortunate that this was my first experience, and वो pedigree फिर आगे it continued to grow. So, in hindsight, doing two telecom startups, Bharti at that one time, Airtel and Vodafone, in the initial years, really helped me understand the entire corporate culture, how to fit in. For youngsters, I would say one of the first thing that is very important is to adapt to your environment. And ये बोलना आसान है कि adapt. What do we really mean by adapt? When we say adapt is that you should commit yourself to that energy. Don't stand out. If you need to understand work environment कैसा है. And in that work environment, how best can you contribute?
करेक्ट.
Look at your peers, look at your seniors, try and understand what is it that they're wanting you to do. Don't be afraid to ask questions. What we see nowadays is that people who come to us in terms of asking us questions, over a period of 1 or 2 months, we feel that they are very well settled and they settle very quickly. So don't be afraid. Pucho, ask questions, even if you think these are not really very intelligent. But at the end of the day, this is how you will quickly adapt.
करेक्ट. मतलब आपस में लोगों से बात करो एक्चुअली.
बहुत
जितना
बात.
कनेक्टिविटी बनाओगे देन ओनली फ्रॉम देयर ओनली यू विल लर्न. मतलब दैट यू वांट टू हाईलाइट कि भाई जितना लोगों से बात पीयर ग्रुप से या
Correct.
डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट से बात करो.
Observe karo. Two very important fundamentals that need, apart from your qualification, these two attributes you need to learn very quickly.
देखो बॉटम लाइन क्या है एज ए. देखो मेरे को दो चीजें चाहिए. एक, मेरे को टेक्निकली ग्रोथ चाहिए कि मैं काम जो कर रहा हूँ वो सही कर रहा हूँ, और अल्टीमेटली पैसा आना चाहिए, अल्टीमेटली ग्रोथ होनी चाहिए, अल्टीमेटली एम मोटा मोटा हर बंदे का यही होता है. करेक्ट. तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि जैसे आपने दोनों साइड देखी है, स्टार्टअप भी देख लिया और इधर से आपने वेल एस्टेब्लिश कंपनीज भी देख ली. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक फॉर दीज टू थिंग्स कि मेरे को ऑब्वियसली टेक्निकली अच्छी आना चाहिए, नॉलेज होना चाहिए, प्लस मेरे को ग्रोथ भी चाहिए. ऑफ कोर्स सिक्योरिटी ये चीजें ऐड ऑन है, बट यस कहीं ना कहीं अगर आपको स्किल सेट है तो आई थिंक सिक्योरिटी तो बाय डिफॉल्ट हो जाता है. बट ये दो चीजों के लिए व्हाट डू यू सजेस्ट कि भाई यंगस्टर्स को कि आपको किस डायरेक्शन में जाना चाहिए? स्टार्टअप इज अ मोर बेटर ऑप्शन और दिस वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड कंपनीज आर मोर बेटर ऑप्शन?
Both have their merits. Let's understand both of them. When you join a startup, right, you may be asked to report into a certain role, for example, finance. But at the end of the day, startup asks a lot from you other than finance as well. So if you're willing to stretch yourself, if you're willing to learn things which may or may not fall strictly within your domain, and you have that hunger to grow, then startup is for you, because there is nothing conventional in it. Right? The decisions will be made overnight. You'll have to implement them overnight. You'll have to be on your toes. So if your bent of mind is that way, so startup is the way for you. But if your bent of mind is that I want to understand deep, मतलब मेरी terminology में you want to go to the root and really understand the concept and build your expertise, then you go to established organization. So pretty much पहले you'll have to do your self introspection as to which bent of mind you are in. Don't take that wrong decision of joining only to understand कि ये तो environment is not something to my liking. You know by yourself inner where you are in both these clouds, and then accordingly grow.
बट जो आपने बोला कि एस्टेब्लिश में अगर आपको डीप डाइव करना है किसी पर्टिकुलर डोमेन में, देन यू गो टू एस्टेब्लिश काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. बट उसमें मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि कहीं ना कहीं जो बहुत एस्टेब्लिश वेल एस्टेब्लिश कंपनीज हैं उनकी एसओपी फिक्स्ड है. एसओपी मतलब काम करने का तरीका फिक्स है. तो उसमें मेरी कितनी नॉलेज एनहांसमेंट हो रही है, या आई एम जस्ट डूइंग ए मोनोटोनस जॉब कि भाई ये एक्स आए तो वाई करना है, वाई आए तो जेड करना है. कहीं ना कहीं व्हाट मतलब दिस इज माय व्यू पॉइंट. तो व्हाट डू योर व्यू पॉइंट ऑन दिस कि भाई ऐसा है या नहीं? यू यूज योर बिकॉज यू वर्कड इन वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड कंपनीज आल्सो. नाइकी में आपने काम करा है, तो अपना ब्रेन यूज करने का टाइम मौका मिलता है, अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है, और के इट इज लाइक वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड, उसको फॉलो करो, बात खत्म और घर जाओ.
देखो पहले लेट्स बी वेरी क्लियर, व्हेन यू वर्क इन अ लार्ज स्केल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस and you're a fresher, you will start from the bottom of the pyramid. That's a given. But I can tell you with a fair degree of authority that with times changing, the approach to that work is also changing. आज से let's say 10 years back, there was not much automation happening, right? Things were the way they were. But with every 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, the way of doing that work is continuously improving. And hence, what was true back then, the perception that I will go there and I will only do a certain set
Set of work
job. No, that's not true. Even in large scale organization, things are changing
because of technology.
So even if you were to start from the bottom of the pyramid, you will find things to change. Secondly, there is no stopping of how you can contribute to it. तो मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. In one of my organizations that I was working, there was a lot of pile up in terms of our export and import documentation, right? So whosoever used to inherit that department used to get fussed up in terms of karna kaise, because apparently the import regulations are pretty high in terms of document submission. But all it took at that point of time, and this was legacy, but all it takes is you bringing one expert and trying understanding, or maybe working with the authorities to understand what is a complete set, and accordingly going back to your suppliers in order to ensure that they follow the same rule. So looks to be easy, but never followed. That organization was there for the last, say, 15-20 years. This is not to say that nobody looked at it that way, but it's just a change in perception. So how much can you automate the way your suppliers are sending you information? How much can you collate it in a way that it's easy retrieval for you? That changes you can bring. कोई भी ला सकता है.
ऐसा मतलब दिस इज कैन देयर आर ऑप्शन
100%.
यू कैन, मतलब वो अब आपके खुद पे
Disruption can happen at any level.
एनी लेवल एट एनी कंपनी.
Absolutely.
अब नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी. तो जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, व्हाट डू यू थिंक दैट आज के टाइम पे, वेदर इट इज इन फाइनेंस फील्ड और बिजनेस फील्ड, सो कितना टेक्नोलॉजी का एज ए एम्प्लॉई और एज ए पर्सन, और वेदर आई एम डूइंग बिजनेस, कितना मेरे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है कि मैं उसको अडेप्ट करूं, या मैं क्या करूं कि मैं उसके साथ भी ग्रो करूं, बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं टेक्नोलॉजी आर रिप्लेसिंग लॉट ऑफ स्टफ. तो उसको मैं कैसे अडेप्ट करूं? मैं मेरे को अभी एज ऑफ नाउ से आई डोंट नो अबाउट एनीथिंग अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी. हाउ डू आई अडेप्ट कि यार मैं भी उस जर्नी में पार्ट बनूं?
So again, let's split this into a youngster just joining and a guy who's fairly into the system. For a youngster just joining, if he follows those two paths of understanding what is required and talking to his peers and understanding the seniors, by default he'll get into that field because he is keeping his eyes and ears open, right? He may be lower in the order, middle in the order, but at the end of the day, the system itself will take care and he'll understand. For a person who's fairly into the system, right, it's all about awareness. कुछ awareness आएगी, for example, when you're talking to your peers outside the company, when you're looking at, for example, let's say we go to certain seminars, right? We go to certain symposiums. There is a presentation done by some certain agencies through which you get to know things. If you're in the banking side, you would get to know certain products that are now coming from the banking field. So you keep your ears and eyes open, and as a result of which you will get to understand this. I'll give you a couple of examples of how we use technology. So in one of our companies, there was a lot of paperwork in terms of purchase orders coming into the system, right? And by hierarchy, this used to get recorded at the lowest in the hierarchy. And the time it used to take from the purchase orders to reach from that desk to the production was quite large. So हमने बोला यार, this needs to change. So we brought in the system of EDI, which essentially means that
EDI?
Electronic Data Interface. So the customer who places a purchase order, the moment he punches that PO in his system, it gets recorded in your system. So as a result of which it's instantaneous. And the moment it's recorded in your system, everybody across your hierarchy is able to see that purchase order. Now, this wasn't brought because we knew about it. This was brought out because we started actively talking about it. What to do. Internally, we wanted to find out a solution. Externally, we went to vendors and the solution came.
But basically, you are saying कि find out, you keep exploring.
You
Keep
need to be
exploring.
very inquisitive. Your mind should be disruptive. You should continuously think in your mind, इससे अच्छा तरीका क्या हो सकता है? How can I do this better? Where can I find a better solution to this? That's how you will.
बट टेक्नोलॉजी में आप एक्सप्लोर करो कि भाई व्हाट आर द वे आउट. मेरे ख्याल से आजकल की स्टार्टअप भी तो यही कर रही हैं कि अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है दे आर जस्ट सॉल्विंग दैट प्रॉब्लम. एंड फॉर दिस आल्सो जो आपने बोला कि भाई यहाँ से मतलब प्रोडक्शन में लाने में टाइम लैग था, उसको आपने टेक्नोलॉजी से रिप्लेस कर दिया. ताकि कहीं ना कहीं सो यू हैव टू कीप एक्सप्लोरिंग कि क्या ऑप्शन है. बट इसमें व्हाट डू यू थिंक दैट कहीं ना कहीं आपने मैन पावर को भी रिप्लेस करा होगा. मेरे को मान लो एक काम करने के लिए 10 बंदे चाहिए थे, बिकॉज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी आज मेरे को 4 बंदे चाहिए. जस्ट हाइपोथेटिकली एग्जांपल लेते हैं. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज इट करेक्ट? और अगर करेक्ट है तो उसके लिए फिर जॉब्स कैसे सेव करें? क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं वो 6 बंदे निकल तो रही हैं सिस्टम से एज एन ओवरऑल एम्प्लॉय सिस्टम से.
See, good question. But my counter question to you: would you like to do the same job over the next 30 years? The answer
course
is not.
not.
So everybody has an innate desire to grow. But the catch is you cannot grow unless and until that position you've fairly stabilized, right? So for those people who were no longer doing that job, जो AI ने cover कर दिया, they went on to the next level.
नेक्स्ट लेवल वो आगे बढ़ेंगे.
हाँ, please understand, if you are an asset to the company because you are contributing, it's very difficult for the company also to let you go. Right? So this all thing about job losses, maybe in a certain stream, I'm not an authority on this, but maybe in a certain stream it's true. But integrations with technology help you upgrade yourself. That's how I felt as I've grown along the ranks. Maybe where I was also an executive in certain place where we brought in technology. I was in a middle level position when the technology came. Every time I found that with this technology, we were able to upgrade ourselves into a new domain.
न्यू डोमेन मतलब आप कहीं कुछ और करोगे एंड समथिंग मोर यूजफुल, समथिंग मोर क्रिएटिव काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. नहीं, फेयर इनफ. और आपने अपनी जर्नी में फ्रॉम लास्ट 22 इयर्स यू हैव गॉन थ्रू ईच प्रोफाइल. आपने कमर्शियल भी देखा है, आपने प्लानिंग भी देखा है, आप ओवरऑल कंप्लायंस को भी देख चुके हो. सो बीइंग ए सीएफओ, ये पूरी जर्नी इज इट जो आपने करा, इज इट रिक्वायर्ड कि आपको सब कुछ आना चाहिए? क्योंकि मेरे को नहीं लगता आपने कुछ अनटच करा है, हर प्रोफाइल को टच करा है. क्या आप एक ही प्रोफाइल में, मैं टैक्सेशन में हूं, मैं अकाउंटिंग में हूं, मैं फाइनेंस में हूं, सीएफओ ग्रो कर सकता हूं, और दिस मिक्स इज रिक्वायर्ड?
Look, good question. See, at the end of the day, it's not about whether a guy who's specialized in one field can become, he can become a CFO as well. मैं कहूँगा पहले it is upon your innate desire what you want to achieve. For me, it's important that because I was exposed to business at a very early stage. My first job in terms of telecom was all about business first and core supporting it. So I grew in that genre to understand the various business aspects. And for me, the growth then became easier. In that sense, I would say, if you really want to be a business contributor, then my weightage is more towards understanding the various facets of business. That will really help you. But again, I'm not saying that if you are a core specialist, that's not good. उसकी अपनी journey है. But the more you know about business, the more you bring business into your understanding, how those numbers will help that business person and vice versa, the easier you are accepted in the system.
Being a CFO, as of now, what do you think that as a CFO role क्या रह जाता है? Is it only compliance or accounting या overall finance, managing everything, or is it also business side also? कि role क्या रह जाता है being a CFO?
By core definition, you need to know your core fundamentals. That's a given. You can't say that मैं तो business में था, तो hence I do not know my debits, my credits. I don't understand my taxation. That's a given. It's a bonus for an organization or a blessing for an organization to get a person who not only is good at his current job, but also has a finesse towards bringing this knowledge onto the table for other key stakeholders to understand. A sales person, a marketing person, they're great in their fields and probably one of the biggest stakeholders. But imagine if you were to able to help them in terms of understanding where they are in terms of their budgets, giving them a future modeling scenario of what were to happen if they were to increase a certain sect of business or a certain category of business, and what would that percolate into in terms of financials. So yes, if you have that knack, it's always a plus.
पर बिजनेस अगर आता है तो इट इज ऑलवेज एम्प्लॉयर भी आपको प्रेफरेंस देगा, बट कहीं ना कहीं जो बिजनेस है इट इज एवरीथिंग इज रेवेन्यू और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, मेनली दो ही है, रेवेन्यू है और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी है ओवरऑल ग्रो करने के लिए। तो कहीं ना कहीं बीइंग ए फाइनेंस, डू यू थिंक दैट चाहे वो मार्केटिंग है, चाहे वो एचआर है, चाहे वो ओवरऑल डिपार्टमेंट टेक्निकल डिपार्टमेंट है, बीइंग ए फाइनेंस यू नीड टू इंटरेक्ट विद एवरीवन एंड नीड टू गाइड एवरीवन कि भाई तुमने ये करना है, तुमने ये करना है, और इज इट नॉट दैट वे कि भाई आपने बता दिया एंड दे आर डूइंग देयर वर्क एंड यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन योर वर्क?
See, I can tell you my experience over the last 10 years is that no longer is that perception that the key functions are just one or two. Every function is now attaining more importance by either by way of regulation, stringent regulations, hence that is becoming important. By way of technology, that area is either getting integrated. So finance too, right now, I would say, is an equal stakeholder in terms of taking the business to the next level. So by that virtue, if you're sitting in the table across all stakeholders are sitting, and you are only limiting yourself to a core number, while that is important, but at the end of the day, that doesn't help engage businesses forward. So yes, at the end of the day, all wheels need to perform, and finance, by virtue, एक तो finance non-glamorous है पहले. Let's just be very clear. We are not into glamorous operations. Our job is more like a sniper. The less we are visible, the greater it is, because at the end of the day, our job is a critical business support function. If that element is clear, then you are at peace. So our job is to equip all those stakeholders with not just what has happened so far, but with also scenarios of the future. And to that extent, we earn our place on the table.
गॉट इट। और फॉर एग्जांपल आपको मेरे ख्याल से इट इज लाइक 3 इयर्स हो गए आपको बीइंग ए सीएफओ सर्व करते हुए, एम आई राइट?
Yeah, 3
तो
plus.
आपकी जर्नी 2002 से मोटा मोटा 2022 में आपने सीएफओ एज ए लीड करा, सो इट इज लाइक 20 इयर्स की जर्नी टू बिकम में फाइनेंस का सबसे टॉप लीडर की बात करें तो क्या ये 20 साल वो सफिशिएंट, और अब आपको अपनी लर्निंग, बिकॉज अपनी जर्नी में हम लर्न तो करते ही हैं, लगता है कि ये मैं 15 साल में भी कर सकता था, या मैं 10 साल में कर सकता था, या मैंने अर्ली कर लिया?
So one is learning will never stop at whichever
Correct,
position.
correct.
Rather, it's the other way around. The more you get elevated, the higher you have to perform. So maybe initially there was a misnomer in our minds, the earlier generation, जब हम executives थे कि यार when we become a manager, things will be solved. But that's not the case. The more you rise, the more sharper you need to be. Because not only are you to lead a team, which means that consecutively or consistently you will be challenged. You need to show them that path. But you also must understand that you should have clear path of development of your own. Whether it is into mergers and acquisitions, or it is into technology. So in that sense, if I were to come back to your question, there is no right or wrong in terms of timeline of when you will become or when you will grow. It will happen automatically. If the way you're going and your experience of those facets are coming along, the journey automatically takes you to the next level. You don't need to stress in terms of positions. You just enjoy your journey. वो जरूरी है।
तो आपने प्लान करा था इसी पे, आपने प्लान करा था कि यार मेरा ये टारगेट है, मेरे को यहाँ तक पहुंचना है, या ऑफ कोर्स इसके आगे भी आपका टारगेट होगा, तो ये मेरा टाइमलाइन है, और या यू वर जस्ट एंजॉयिंग जो कर रहे थे बस उसको एंजॉय कर रहा था, लेट्स कीप फोकसिंग ऑन दैट?
I'd say it's 75-25. 75, I was enjoying my time. I'm still enjoying my time. I love the way my journey has been so far. The fact that I worked in telecom, service industry, Alcobev, FMCG, food industry. So I have loved my experience, and along the way I've grown. And yeah, up some part of me, once you become a CA, chartered accountant, you do aspire to lead towards that. But I'd say that is slightly lower. The fun part is slightly higher. Not slightly higher.
बट जो अभी आपने बोला कि यू हैव एन एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ टेलीकॉम आल्सो, एफएमसीजी आल्सो, अभी भी आल्सो इनटू सम रिटेल और सर्विस इंडस्ट्री आल्सो, तो आपने अलग अलग इंडस्ट्री का भी करा है, तो फ्रॉम योर लर्निंग व्हाट डू यू थिंक दैट कि जो मिक्स मैच करा है, ऑफ कोर्स इससे आपको अलग अलग इंडस्ट्री का एक्सपोजर मिला, बट क्या फॉर बेटर ग्रोथ और फॉर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई शुड कैप माई सेल्फ टू से एफएमसीजी, से रिटेल और से सर्विस, और कोई ऐसा नहीं है, आप अपॉर्चुनिटी जो आती है उसको एक्सप्लोर करते जाओ, और जो इंडस्ट्री है डोंट बी इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक?
See, I'd say, this is my own opinion, that the next 15, 20, 30 years are the era of disruption. So, to that extent, if you've tested waters across various continents, you are better placed. So, God forbid, tomorrow down the line there is a downfall in a particular segment,
Correct.
and you're a specialist of that segment, then there would be challenges. But at the end of the day, if you've really gone across various domains, you are fairly more balanced to handle such situation. COVID was one situation where, it quite brought you to a standstill in terms of career path. So, yes, I would say that if you've done stints across various organizations, that should give you more stability in terms of managing.
और आज जैसे कॉर्पोरेट में वी सी दैट देयर आर सम वे, कहीं ना, मैं अलग क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ एक्चुअली, थोड़ा अलग जा रहा हूँ, कहीं ना कहीं इंटरनल पॉलिटिक्स होता है या कुछ ना कुछ आपस में, यू ऑलवेज हैव, आप किसी को रिपोर्ट कर रहे हो, इन कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड की, प्राइवेट की बात करते हैं, और ऑफ कोर्स आप भी किसी को आगे रिपोर्ट कर रहे होगे और आपको टीम कर रही होगी। जब आप शुरू से आपने अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट करी थी, तो मेरे बॉस के साथ बन रही है, देन इट हेल्प्स मी टू ग्रो, और ऑफ कोर्स कई बार आपकी मान लो नई नेचर मैच हो रही तो नहीं बनती। तो ये इंटरनल पॉलिटिक्स आपने अपनी जर्नी के 22 साल में कितना देखा है कि ये होता है एक्चुअल में, या कुछ नहीं मैटर करता, आप अपना काम करो, दैट्स इट?
How to explain this? आपने have you ever been to a concert, an orchestra concert?
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
So, symphony. You understand the word symphony?
करेक्ट।
So, what is symphony? Symphony actually is a range of instruments playing together in harmony, which is acceptable to the ear, right? So, corporate भी ऐसा ही है. If you know what your part is and you do your part, the symphony will take care of you. So, if you are focused on your work, politics होती है, हर जगह होती है, but at the end of the day, politics उसको ज़्यादा चुभती है who is wanting to do much more than his playing his own trumpet, right? You play your own instrument, you play it well on time, and the organization will take care of you. ये मिसनॉमर होता है, और सबके साथ होता है, हमारे साथ भी होता है इन योर अर्ली करियर, दैट यू थिंक कि मेरा काम किसी को दिख नहीं रहा। ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस आर एक्यूटली अवेयर, हमें आज पता लग जाता है कि ये ईमेल किसने लिखी है। सो इवन इफ समवन वुड टू राइट दैट ईमेल टू मी, बाय वर्च्यू ऑफ द फर्स्ट 2 सेंटेंस वी गेट टू नो ये इसने नहीं लिखी है,
किसी और ने लिखवाई,
किसी और से लिखवाई। सो वो ठीक है, वो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ लर्निंग। वो इनिशियली नहीं पता चलता, लगता है कि नहीं, आई नीड टू bring my work across, but don't worry, you play your instrument, you play it well, you play it on time. No politics will touch you.
नहीं, फेयर इनफ। और दूसरा, आप आपने मतलब बिजनेस का नहीं सोचा कभी? बिकॉज बीइंग ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, यू सेड स्टार्टेड विद कि मेरे अंकल ने मेरे को बोला था कि आपके बीइंग ए सीए साइन की वैल्यू है, तो आपने कभी सोचा नहीं कि यार मैं भी कोई कंसल्टिंग या बिजनेस शुरू करूं, कुछ ऐसा करूं?
तो मेरी तो ड्रीम ही प्रैक्टिस करने की थी, बिकॉज जो साइन का प्रोफाउंड इम्पैक्ट था वो यही था कि आई विल गेट इनटू माय प्रैक्टिस। बट वो, एंड दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रिलेटेबल टू एवरी सीए। So the moment you become a chartered accountant, you are at a crossroad of saying, shall I go into practice or shall I get into a job? In my case, my first job was Airtel. So it made the decision making that much more difficult. Should I get into an ambiguous area of trying to set up my own practice and taking time, or should I join a brand which is there to take me? So on hindsight, I'd say destiny. But yes, the first preference for every CEO is qualifying is his own practice.
तो अभी क्या प्लान है? अभी कुछ है कि अभी रिस्क?
हाँ, 100% है, but let's see how
पाइपलाइन में है
that. Let's see what the destiny takes me to.
बेसिकली हमने अभी बिजनेस की बात करी कि कंसल्टिंग, तो आपने तो स्टार्टअप वर्ल्ड, मतलब यू हैव सीन द स्टार्टअप वर्ल्ड, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये वैल्यूएशन गेम एक आज के टाइम में तो बहुत हाइप हुआ है। ऑफ कोर्स शार्क टैंक के आने के बाद तो उसका हाइप लेवल और बढ़ गया है। तो कभी आपने ये नहीं सोचा यार मतलब अब तो मैंने देख लिया, मेरे को सब पता है कि कैसे स्टार्ट करना है, और मेरे को ऑफ कोर्स आपने तो इस लेवल का देख लिया होगा कि आपके अच्छे खासे रिलेशन इन्वेस्टर के साथ भी बन गए होंगे। सो हैव यू एवर नॉट थॉट कि यार भाई ठीक है, साइड बाय साइड धीरे धीरे कुछ ना कुछ अपना करता हूँ, स्टार्टअप बनाता हूँ, अच्छी वैल्यूएशन लेके जाता हूँ, अच्छे पैसे कमाता हूँ।
Good thought. These thoughts do come to your mind from time to time. I'll tell you, in couple of companies that I worked, तब अभी गवर्नमेंट का PLI आया था, production linked incentive. So which essentially means that if you show a certain projection of revenue, incremental revenue, then the government gives you incentive back. Now, easier said than done, because the entire approach towards getting that subsidy calls for a very professional approach to come in, tell about the industry. So when I did this stint in two companies, I realized that I have a knack of, and both these companies we were successful in getting the incentive from the government. And this was pretty much a one-man show wherein, like a consultant, you describe about the industry, then you describe about the company, then you tell about their brand, then you tell about their future projections, relevance to the society, end use, number of employment that you will bring in, etc., etc. So you put together a business proposal that goes to the government of India. Basis that business proposal and documentation, they approve you. So tab I was at that crossroads of saying, should I venture into this field because PLI is here to stay, and should I then become a professional who goes across various industries and helps them bring that? Because I saw in that meeting that there were many industries who had a good product but had a very poor presentation. So तब मेरे दिमाग में आया था कि why don't I turn this into a profession of consultancy and take it forward? So yes, these things do come to your mind from time to time. But I guess I'm starting to enjoy the position where I am in, and that pang is temporary. It's not permanent.
आई थिंक ये तो क्लियर होता है कि बीइंग ए बिजनेस और बीइंग ए स्टार्टअप, अगर आपकी थॉट प्रोसेस, सी यू हैव स्किल सेट, यू हैव टेक्नोलॉजी का एक्सपीरियंस, मतलब डिग्रीज आपके पास हैं, तो जब आपके पता है कि यार मैं वेल वर्स्ड हूँ विद माय रिसोर्सेज और मेरे लिंक्स हैं, तो मैं ले आऊंगा, पैसे तो ले आऊंगा, तो क्या थिन लेयर होती है, क्या लेयर होती है, कहीं ना कहीं ये थिन लेयर होती है बिटवीन दिस एंड दैट साइड, और हम सारी जिंदगी ये सोचते रहते हैं दिस दैट दिस दैट दिस दैट, और वो क्या थिन लेयर है जो रोकती है उस डिसीजन को लेने में?
I'd say एक word होता है gut. People use it in different contexts. But one thing that is very common in all this is that there is an inner voice that tells you you're ready for a job change, you're ready for a new environment, or you're ready to take chances. One is that. So you wait for that inner voice to tell you. That is one. Two, I believe, as you advance in age, right, your preferences, your passions change, right? As you go towards your mid-30s, you want to experiment, you want to take that chance. You go towards your mid-40s or like late 40s, you want to understand and relish on the experience that you've gained so far. So it's a mix of both. Sometimes your gut will then overpower your passion to guide you into a direction where you want to go. In that sense, yes, it could happen that you would flip and you'll say, I will want to pursue my own journey. In some ways, your gut is there, but the present situation you are in, you're enjoying, and you look forward to that with passion. इसका कोई clear answer नहीं है, but at the end of the day, I think the more you speak to yourself, the better clarity you'll get.
बेटर क्लैरिटी अपने आप इंटरनल ढूंढो कि करना क्या है आपको लाइफ में। और बीइंग इनटू स्टार्टअप में कहीं ना कहीं एज वी नो दैट कि भाई आपको ईसॉप्स मिलते हैं, और अगर आप अच्छी पोजीशन पे हो और अच्छा टाइम रुक रहे हो, रिटेन हो रहे हो, तो कहीं ना कहीं अगर आपने सही टाइम पे एंटर कर लिया उस स्टार्टअप में, तो आपको ईसॉप्स मिलते हैं, और अगर वो स्टार्टअप बहुत बड़ा हो गया तो कहीं ना कहीं आप मनी तो बना लेते हो, पैसे तो बना लेते हो वहां पे। सो इज इट ट्रू कि ऐसा होता है कि नहीं होता पहले कि ईसॉप्स मिलते हैं, और वो कितना मटेरियलाइज होता है? सो व्हाट इज योर व्यू ऑन दैट?
So first, yes, ESOPs are there, right? And the concept of ESOP is that the company wants you to ride along with it towards the value creation summit. So there is no ambiguity in it, right? But there is a big if. The big if is the fact that it will culminate into a capital market in terms of listing. Now that is a future possibility. Very well could happen, may not happen. There could be a timing difference, or there could be a situation wherein this does not culminate. But at the end of the day, I think every startup has a very clear intention of retaining those employees who they feel should partner to them at the time when this materializes into equity. This is a great retention tool being given.
मतलब ये कहीं ना कहीं बहुत बड़ा रिवॉर्ड है अगर आप सही स्टार्टअप पे
We've
चले
seen in the past as well. There are many companies who've rewarded their employees with stock options, and those employees have stuck around.
आई थिंक वी टॉक अबाउट स्विगी जोमेटो
Paytm.
पेटीएम और इनफैक्ट आई हैव सीन वन गाय जर्नी की पेयू में थे वो और वो आई विल नॉट नेम दैट पर्सन बट वो एशिया के चेयरमैन पे पहुंच गए थे पेयू में और उन्होंने अपना स्टार्टअप शुरू करा जब वहां से एग्जिट करा उनको जो शेयर वैल्यूएशन मिला वो 25 करोड़ का उनको दैट ईसोप्स वाला उनका वो था
Amazing.
तो कहीं ना कहीं वो वैल्यू है बट आपने जो बोला लिस्टिंग तो इसका मतलब है अगर आपकी स्टार्टअप लिस्टिंग पे जाती है तभी आप पैसा निकाल सकते हो उससे पहले नहीं निकाल सकते
So there are various products which are there in the market. There are some products like ESOPs, wherein eventually either the company will buy it back from you, or when it gets listed, a certain percentage over and above that you get. So it all depends. There are SARs, which are
What is
not
SARs?
ESOPs. SARs is a step before ESOPs. थोड़ा लंबा चल जाएगा chapter.
अच्छा
But those are also ways wherein you retain the employee.
मतलब वो भी एक स्टॉक की तरह शेयर की तरह ही होता है
Absolutely.
नहीं आई सीन कि जब ये ओयो का अब आईपीओ आ रहा है तो जो ओयो के एम्प्लॉयज का ईसोप्स है वो सेकेंडरी मार्केट में बिक रहा है
Correct.
तो वो कहीं ना कहीं मटेरियलाइज हो रहा है तो अगर आप सो बेसिकली सही जगह हो और रिटेन हो जाते हो तो आई थिंक पैसा तो आपका वहां पे भी बन जाएगा कैसे ना
But मैं एक I don't know if this is a contrarian view, but what I feel is that you should stick around in an organization where you feel you're contributing. If you're only sticking to an organization because you feel yeah ESOP है, your journey is going to be very very.
बट दैट शुड बी द प्राइमरी
हाँ, that
फैक्टर
should be
वो
the prime factor.
सेकेंडरी थर्ड
ESOPs, no matter how big valuation you feel, but every day going there, working for those 8-9 hours, not being happy, just being there because of ESOP, that doesn't make sense.
मतलब प्रेजेंट को जियो
Present को जियो. You must relish what you're becoming today, what you've done today. ESOPs, ठीक है थोड़ा cliched है, but ESOPs at the end of the day shouldn't be the only factor that is making you stay in the organization. That's a welcome factor, like a cherry on top.
नहीं फेयर इनफ और ये हैव यू एवर बीन टू ना आईपीओ लिस्टिंग का कुछ आपने हैव यू यू नो बीन टू दैट एरिया कि आईपीओ लिस्टिंग देखा हो कि
So I have seen, I've had a couple of rounds of funding across the various companies that I've been. In my current company, we are very keen to get into an IPO. So obviously, we are working as we speak towards that opportunity wherein we'll get to list.
और बीइंग ए सीएफओ अगेन कमिंग बैक टू योर रोल तो आपको कितना के इन्वेस्टर से कनेक्ट करना पड़ता है और ये किस लेवल के इन्वेस्टर होते हैं
Look, I wouldn't call them investors. I would call them as my partners. In the sense that it's not limited that you inform them once a month. That's not the way the approach should be. They are as much part of your day-to-day operations. They may get to talk to you at regular intervals, which could be a weekly, monthly, quarterly, depending upon the way. But they bring so much knowledge from their exposure in other entities, that it's invaluable. The 1 hour that you speak to them, the perspective that they give you, sometimes you really feel challenged. Yeah, I've never thought of it this way. So I feel these are very crucial support structures that help us, guide us, bolster us on this path of progress.
दैट्स अ गुड वर्ड यू हैव यूज्ड कि भाई दीज ऑल आर पार्टनर्स नॉट कि भाई मेरे इन्वेस्टर नहीं है पार्टनर्स है मैं साथ साथ डे टू डे लेके चलता हूँ बट अगर किसी का पैसे डाले हुए हैं किसी ने बीइंग ए स्टार्टअप और अच्छे इन्वेस्टर ने डाले हुए हैं तो उनका रोल डे टू डे डिसीजन में कहीं ना कहीं आयु मतलब एज ए फाउंडर जो होंगे तो या एज ए टीम आपको क्या लगता है आप बंदे ऐसे फील करते हो यार कि मैं सोच रहा हूँ भाई ऐसे करना है और मेरे को पता है ये सही है और फिर भी मैं स्टक हूँ क्योंकि उसने पैसा लगाया तो मेरे को उसको सुनना पड़ रहा है सो वो फीलिंग कितनी क्या है बीइंग ए स्टार्टअप के मैनेज करते हुए?
तो दो बातें हैं. वन, लेट्स पुट ourselves in the shoes of the guy who's invested money, right? He hasn't invested money because he wants to get into the day-to-day rigmarole of that job. He's invested money because he feels there's a value, which he'll realize at an X period of time, right? That is something that we all agree. The only reason he'd like to interfere in day-to-day affairs is that if that dream is somewhere getting shattered. So I've seen investors across 2 or 3 companies that I've worked in. None of them is keen to look into your day-to-day operations. What they are keen is transparency. If you're not transparent with them in terms of telling them what has happened, why it has happened, then there's a natural inclination of them wanting to know the day-to-day affairs. So, perspective है. If you are looking at a current organization where our partners are looking into day-to-day affairs, कहीं ना कहीं उसके backdrop में, if you open the onion peel, it could have been that there is a loss of communication or the fact that there wasn't a proper transparency of things what happened. There is a sudden communication being shared with them. That then sets the ball. So it's easier to pin the blame on them. But at the end of the day, I think one must recognize, you and I, if we were to invest in some company, we don't have time to look at their day-to-day affairs. We've invested, let's say you and I invest in the equity market. Would you like to call up the equity market or the company on a day-to-day affairs? You don't have the time. But you like to check on them occasionally to see if they're going in the right direction. That's the mindset.
नहीं, fair enough. Now if we talk about जो आपने बोला कि भाई आप अपने being a as an employee आप अपने एरिया में स्टक रहो और उस पर फोकस करो, बट आपने क्या देखा है कि आजकल की जो जनरेशन है, सो समहाउ दे आर नॉट एज यू नो, एक कहते हैं ना कि मैं रिटेन हो रहा हूँ 2 साल 4 साल 5 साल, कहीं ना कहीं वो जर्नी आपको लगता है कि वो कम हुई है, और क्या कारण है, क्या आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन है, व्हाई इट इज गेटिंग सो थिन?
So I may say something now that may shock you. I don't feel years are important. You may spend only 1 year in that organization, but what value have you created in that 1 year, 4 year, 10 year is important. Have you created something permanent? So let's take an example. If in one of my organizations they had tried going into ERP from Tally, and twice they tried and twice they weren't able to do it. And वो मैं जो सिम्फनी का एग्जांपल आपको देता हूँ, so my analysis was that each trumpet or instrument was playing on its own. There was no common platform. Within 90 days, we were able to transform that company from Tally to ERP. Same set of people, same ERP. What turned around was the fact that people understood the aspect. Many of those people, the moment we put in that ERP, left. Right? I myself left that organization for some other reasons. But at the end of the day, people still relish, people still recall with a lot of enthusiasm of what we did in that organization, what changes we brought in that
बट क्यों
organization.
छोड़ के क्यों गए मैक्सिमम पीपल? व्हाट वाज द
Well, it was a personal reason. My mom is actually a cancer survivor. So at that point of time, the malignant tumor resurfaced. So उस समय what was important was my family. So I had to take that decision of moving. But other than that, I think it
नहीं,
was
बट
fabulous.
बाकी लोग क्यों छोड़ के गए?
So growth,
अच्छा, ग्रोथ.
simple growth. So coming back to your question, I think for today's generation or people who are in the midst of their career, important ये है value. If you're not adding value to an organization, then the chances of you sticking around become bleak with every day. You know, at the end of the day, you want to question yourself when you go back home कि क्या किया, right? So don't worry about the time. If you're enjoying, even my dad's been in one organization for 35 years.
ये
He
पहले
never
होता
changed.
था ऐसे,
हाँ,
मतलब आई हैव सीन पीपल इन 35 इयर्स, शुरू वहां से करा था, एंड वहां से करा है, बट कहीं ना कहीं हमारी जनरेशन में थोड़ा कम हुआ, फिर अब वाली जनरेशन में तो बिल्कुल कम हो गया है. बट कहीं ना कहीं यू नो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि मेरा माइंडसेट, आजकल की जनरेशन का माइंडसेट भागने में लगा हुआ है, और मे बी इट इज नॉट ओनली मनी और माई कंफर्ट विच इज मैटर, देयर आर मच मोर देन दैट नाउ. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक दैट कि आजकल की जनरेशन व्हाई दे आर लुकिंग फॉर मोर अपॉर्चुनिटी और मोर, क्या मतलब व्हाट आर द टॉप 3 थिंग्स दे आर लुकिंग एट कि अब एज ए एम्प्लॉयर आपको रिटेन करना है, तो आप क्या देखोगे, यार ये इसको ये चाहिए, इसको ये दे दो, और he will be happy.
So इसका कोई एक आंसर नहीं है. When we look at the people who've joined us, some of them are leaving simply because of the fact that they've now realized that logistics is playing a issue. But that's surprising
दूर पड़ता है distance.
because when they joined, they would have known this. But that's one of the reasons that they realize, and they put a importance on that aspect. So we respect that. Some of them leave because there's a change in designation. Some of them want to leave because what they see is something that they don't want to do. Some of them want to retain because they find pleasure in what they're doing and they see a growth. So I wouldn't say that. Again, I'm saying it's not fair to say that the current organization, the current set of youngsters are leaving and are not committing themselves to the organization. The story goes both ways. How much are you able to retain them by giving them a path, and how much are they willing to commit? Going deep or going wide. तो ये तो choice.
दोनों तरफ से है.
Today you have options. When we go back in time, one was a sense of loyalty. The other was the fact that ये social media,
कुछ था
ये opportunities नहीं थी.
नहीं थी.
Today you can be reached out whether you are in a off location or you're in a metro. Recruiters can reach you. You're able to showcase your talent to companies across the spectrum. So opportunities have started coming in. Hence, it's not just fair to blame them कि वो जा रहे हैं.
I think work from home भी आ गया कहीं ना कहीं. Again,
खत्म हो गया.
more opportunities. खत्म हो गया.
हमारे फील्ड में तो खत्म हो गया. But ठीक है, yes, you're right. There is still work from home culture.
Plus, I think I think nothing wrong in that कि भाई मेरे को comfort चाहिए, मेरे को peace of mind चाहिए, ताकि distance जो आपने बोला कि मेरे को comfort चाहिए और मेरे को सही प्रोफाइल चाहिए. मतलब मैं अच्छा मांग रहा हूँ कुछ. There is nothing wrong in that. अगर employer दे सकता है और can manage both the relation, then nothing wrong in that.
I guess you need to introspect on the reason. If the reason is comfort, then I would say that reason is wrong. You shouldn't seek comfort in the earlier stages of your career. In fact, our seniors used to encourage us to overcommit to work because they said that in your current capacity, in your current outlook, तुम जितना सोच पाओगे अपने माइंड में तुम उतना ही वर्क ले रहे हो. Whereas where we see from where we are, we understand that you can do more. So in your early phase of your career, you shouldn't be afraid to take on more than you can chew.
मतलब जितना एफर्ट डालोगे उतना it will give back.
Learn. The catchword is you should be obsessive about learning. The more you learn, and don't worry about failing. वो चलता है. And an organization understands very well. So the more you learn, and learning is not just about being successful. The learning is about failing, is about getting to a crossroad where you don't know what to do. The learning is वहाँ से seeking an opportunity.
Correct.
So pick up as much job. So don't leave a job because you want to get into a comfort zone. Leave a job for some other reason, maybe a family reason or maybe a reason attributed to.
मेरे को अच्छा काम नहीं करने को मिल रहा है. मैं बड़ा जूनियर पोजीशन काम कर रहा हूँ.
काम ज्यादा मिल रहा है.
मेरी कैपेबिलिटी मोर है.
Absolutely.
इसलिए मत छोड़ो कि मेरे को काम ज्यादा मिल रहा है.
काम ज्यादा मिल रहा है. You will have, unless you start enjoying value creation, there will be many reasons to leave.
Fair enough. और आपने अपने मतलब इस टेन्योर में you have worked with Gulf countries या international भी काम करे हैं कुछ companies में. So how do you compare with that India versus say international profile? So which more fascinate you or क्या आपका उसमें क्या experience है?
So I think working with different nationalities, working with people who are coming from diverse backgrounds, one, it automatically makes you humble. Because from a culture standpoint, you need to be respective of where they come from. So humility is what you learn instantly. Second, you learn very different aspects of human behavior simply by virtue of the fact that we are talking to people down in America or from Gulf or from Australia or from Singapore, because each of them bring their own nuances in the same approach. Some are aggressive, some are inquisitive, some want storytelling before, and some want straight answers. So it really sharpens your pencil because you'll have to adjust accordingly. So it's fascinating why the same. So when I was talking to my reps in US as well as Singapore and Europe, the Europe guys would want to understand the storytelling as the first predominant factor before we come to answers.
Okay.
America is different. They want the answers first. So different folks with a different approach to the same answer. So that's really helpful.
I understand कि आपने बोला कि भाई if we get more opportunity to talk to so many people across globe, तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको humble बनाता है and you learn lots of stuff. But working in Indian companies versus international company, do you want to create कि भाई यहाँ पे ये अच्छा है, यहाँ पे ये अच्छा है, or you simply want to say कि भाई it's a mix?
So from a wish list, I feel you should strive to have an experience in both. If you're lucky enough to work both in a Indian multinational as well as a international company, it gives you a lot of perspective in terms of approach to a work. Both have their own advantages. So you should, if you're lucky, you should get an opportunity. You should grab it with both hands.
So now देखो you have already reached a top level say in finance field that CFO. So what do you think that कि CFO के बाद next क्या है आपके लिए भी क्या है और वैसे भी एज ए जनरल बाकी ऑडियंस के लिए क्या है CFO के बाद हम क्या देख सकते हैं?
Yeah, frankly, when you started this conversation saying that it's been 22 years, a part of me actually went back and I was actually quite surprised. I mean, 22 years लगता ही नहीं ऐसा लगता है. It's just yesterday that I started my journey. So I think designation wise, one shouldn't limit oneself. I mean, the fact that you are a CFO doesn't stop you from learning more. There are many organizations, there are many jobs, there are many aspects that you've not yet done. So I don't think your journey should stop just because you reach a tag or a certain tag is attached to you. So for me, I think मेरी तो अभी I feel मैं तो अभी start किया हूँ. I should be again in a learning mode, relearn, unlearn to
आपको
relearn.
इनफैक्ट आपको देख के तो यही लगता है कि आप एक्सपीरियंस आपका 10 साल का, आप पूरे यंग लगते हो कि आप 35 अराउंड की एज होगी आपकी और 10 साल का
Thank you so much.
सो अगर हम बात करें आई हैव सीन कि देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ सीईओज या बिजनेस ओनर्स, मतलब आप ये लगा लो बोर्ड के जो फाउंडर हैं अमन, सो ही इज ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एक्चुअली. तो कहीं ना कहीं व्हाट इज योर व्यू कि बीइंग ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट या बीइंग ए फ्रॉम फाइनेंस फील्ड, हाउ गुड वी कैन हैंडल बिजनेस?
Absolutely. I think a chartered accountant who has a good flair of business is an automatic choice for a COO or a CEO position. And probably that's one journey I will explore eventually. But yes, I firmly believe the era of accountants is over. Even an accountant in my current team and my previous teams, I always instill one thing in them saying, in numbers say what meaningful can you bring and how can you relate this job to the business overall. So for a finance guy who understands business, he is an automatic choice, or he can rightfully claim his role as a future CEO or a CEO. There's nothing wrong in it.
बिजनेस बेटर चला सकते हैं, नंबर्स पता है हमें.
Better नहीं, I would say they also have an equal fair chance of succeeding. Better or worse, not that debate. But the fact that you know business, the fact that you know your numbers, the fact that you're able to look back and look ahead, you are eligible for that position. You should vie for that position.
और एक और क्वेश्चन, जो बीइंग ए सीएफओ, अब मेरे पास 10 अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट है, मतलब आपके पास टैक्सेशन होगा, अकाउंटिंग होगी, कंसोलिडेशन बैलेंस शीट होगा, ऑडिट का डिपार्टमेंट होगा. अब जरूरी नहीं है बीइंग ए सीएफओ, मे बी इट इज मैंडेटरी कि मैंने सब कुछ देखा है तो आई नो एवरीथिंग. कहीं ना कहीं मैं हर का तो स्पेशलाइज नहीं हो सकता. सो हाउ डू यू मैनेज कि यार कोई टीम वाला मेरे को बेवकूफ ना बना जाए, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो जो कह रहा है मैं उस पर मानूं या क्या करूं, और कैसे कंट्रोल करते हो आप कि सारे डिपार्टमेंट को आई नो कि भाई ये सही कर रहे हैं या गाइड कर रहा हूं मैं उनको. हाउ डू यू मैनेज कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज ऑफ ऑल दिस डिपार्टमेंट?
Look, I can only tell you how I've approached this. All right. So at the end of the day, whenever you join an organization or whenever a new function comes to you, in your mind, you should start from the bottom of the pyramid. आप ये कह के नहीं आगे बढ़ सकते हो कि that function is reporting into me, hence I will only do the top part. You need to understand that position inside out. So for example, if tax is given to me, there are two ways of learning this. One, I do my own learning. Second, with that person that I'm talking to, I go down to his level and understand what he's trying to say and then do my research. So वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, learning cannot stop. If you are not willing to do learning, if you're not willing to be an individual worker, then growth will challenge you in all spheres of life.
हाँ.
But if you're able to combine these two, and sometimes you have to acknowledge that your team member is right and you were wrong. And you should have no shame in doing this. Family के अंदर, if you are sitting with your family, do you ever feel any ego when your father or your mother is saying something and they are correct and you're wrong? It's the same way in a business line. You should be able to realize what is better for the company. It doesn't matter whether it is coming out from your mouth or your team member's mouth. But like I said, your research, your hard work, the ability to work with teams and the ability to have individual projects will make sure that even if there's a new area given to you, you will in a very smooth manner bring control into it.
So how you retain people of your so many departments? So there will be multiple people across that department. So how you retain, how you make sure that कि भाई वो भी खुश रहे. आपने जैसे बोला keep learning from others. जरूरी नहीं है कि वो जो बोल रहा है उसको आपको negate करना है. अगर सही बोल रहा है तो let it be. तो उसको appreciate करो. तो how do you retain people across these departments?
So मेरे को एक बहुत अच्छी saying one of my leaders said. The day I joined, he said that I am not a fan of your face. So it doesn't matter to me whether I see you or not. What matters to me is your work. So again, a very profound statement. So because the culture that I was coming from, nobody had ever said that to me before. But what I realized over a period of time is that he's saying that if you are doing what you're supposed to do, then I am just a contributor or a facilitator. All right. So at the end of the day, if your team members don't see you as a glass ceiling, but see you as an enabler, they automatically get retained. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that organization wherein you have the freedom in your framework to approach the work, discuss it, and then do it independently, versus being handpicked, nitpicked from time to time? So the culture that you need to adopt is giving those people their area of freedom and being a partner with them. You do that, you will retain. What you want the others to do to you, if you do the same in terms of bringing that culture, an open culture. By open culture doesn't mean आपने अपना cabin का दरवाजा खोला हुआ है. Open culture means that you're willing to listen. If you're willing to listen, over a period of time, people gain trust.
So basically you are saying कि भाई थोड़ा open आप मतलब लोगों को आने दो, सुनो, listening skills आप अपने में ठीक रखो, ताकि people don't hesitate to talk to you. Open conversation होना चाहिए, close conversation नहीं होना चाहिए. That's right. In fact, जो मेरे को I am learning from you from last 1 hour कि चाहे हमने इन्वेस्टर की बात करी, चाहे हमने टीम की बात करी, you are saying कि भाई आप उनके शूज में जाके देखो, उधर भी जाके देखो, इधर भी जाके देखो, ओवरऑल मैनेज करो, rather than not keep arts, मतलब अपने आप को ही मत रखो, keep everyone aligned. It is coordination of everybody. It is not you only that is working. Everybody is working for an organization as a whole. It was wonderful talking to you. मतलब आपने thank you so much. So 22 years का आपने experience इतने अच्छे से you have explained it, and it is आपके last 3 points was out of the world कि आपने कैसे summarize करा. I'm really thankful to you कि आपने have taken out time अपने इस busy schedule में से and in my visit given a very good insight across. Thank you so much for coming to our podcast. Thank you so much.